Perfect. How did you get on with the extreme ownership? How did that sit with anyone?
Yeah, it does. And nobody else to blame but yourself, and nobody else to, like, you can get all the help you want in the world, but if you don't take responsibility, there's nobody else.
Sure. Well done. That's the way it is. We're all
But I would love to find somebody else to blame.
we're all big boys and girls now, you see.
No. More than happy to pass the blame off to somebody else though if they'd like to take it.
Yeah, but that doesn't serve us or it doesn't help us. Just feeling shitty and staying like that and not getting out of it. Now, okay, cool. So this morning what I want to talk to you about is, let me just mute you all there now so I can deliver my amazing content. Mute all. Morning, Mary. Okay, guys. So this morning, last week it was about taking ownership and extreme ownership. And the purpose of the pump up meeting is just to start the week with 10 minutes to make sure everyone's head is in the right place. Because if you can get your head in the right place at the start of the week, you'll have a really productive week. What used to happen to me years ago was it took me till Friday till I got my head in the right place, or Thursday till I actually became productive and had the confidence to go and do tasks that otherwise I'd put off. And sure, the week's over then. It's like you get a day and a half, and then you're into the weekend, when I used to take a weekend off. So now I'm like, I prioritize getting my head in the right place at the very start of the week. And how I do that is exercise is the number one thing. So before the pandemic, I always ran on a Monday morning, always, because a run always gives you the endorphins and you feel good about it. So I always went for a jog to get my head in the right place. So for you guys, I say, when's the earliest you're going to work out this week? How early can you do it? You know what I mean? The earlier the better, because it does change your mindset. And the second thing is, you might need to work out. You just ask yourself, how am I feeling? Like, how is my head game? And that was the other thing that I always done. And if I wasn't in absolute confidence, absolute motivation, absolute positivity, then I knew Monday there was no point in trying to start the week with the tasks. I needed to get my head game perfect. So it was straight into motivational stuff. Okay. So I was on YouTube, and I was flat out, watching motivational videos until I got myself pumped up and ready to go for the week. Because there's no point in trying to get into the week, trying to get into the tasks and trying to do one unless your head is in the right place, because you won't do the proper task. The proper tasks are the hardest tasks, and you'll put them off. Okay. And you'll just faff around, do the easy tasks that are low return tasks. Okay. So my message this week is, one, get your head game right at the start of the week. And if it's not right, get it right, either by exercise or motivational content. The more you work on yourself, there's no better return on investment than working on yourself. And most people don't realize that, and they never work on themselves at all, and they think that's madness. But working on yourself is absolutely the biggest return on investment anyone will make. And anyone who's successful, you'll see that all they do is work on themselves. That's how they are successful. Not magic, not genes, working on themselves. Athletes, most of them, when you read their stories, when you read their biographies, they weren't the naturally gifted ones. They're the ones that had to work harder on themselves to get it. They had more hunger than the people who are natural. When they were younger, they were the athletes that weren't performing or were missing the cut, and they're the ones that became the greats because they worked harder on themselves. Okay? And for us, and for you guys, as my clients who want to improve their fitness or change their body shape, working on yourself is the way to do it. Working on your head game, working on your mind game. And the next thing is education, learning about this stuff. Because if you're passionate about something, so I'm very passionate about a lot of things, all right? And sometimes I think passion comes from learning about something. The more you learn about something, the more it interests you and you start to grow passionate about it. So that can be the case with fitness or understanding how the body works. Like, I didn't naturally be passionate about that stuff. I just started to learn about it, and I was like, this is amazing. And my passion grew and grew and grew until I'm really passionate now about it. That came from me learning about it. And when you learn about something that you're actually interested in, or you have, it's in your own interest to learn about it, it's easy. It's not like in school when you were forced to learn about stuff that didn't interest you and you didn't want to learn about. This stuff actually interests us because it helps us get to our goal. If our goal is, I want to lose this much weight, I want to be this strong, well, educating yourself about that is going to help get you there. So it's interesting to learn, and that grows your passion. It all feeds back into your motivational loop that your head game becomes stronger. So the message is exercise as early in the week as you can if you need to, because that sorts your head game out. I just finished the workout. Bit of sweat there, lads. And but like I feel like a different person than I did an hour ago before I done my Monday morning workout. I was a bit sluggish, lazy. Oh, you know, if I could get out of this, now I feel great and I'm powered, I'm energized, I'm ready for the week. And so that's exercise. And then before, I used to be, I don't know, maybe I didn't work on myself as much, and I used to always have a Monday morning where I'd be really sluggish and unmotivated. I'd have to just go and work on myself for a couple of hours, go and listen to a podcast and get myself pumped up and ready for the week. And I think it's worth doing that rather than just slugging through the week with mediocre head game, because you don't get as much stuff done. You're better off putting the time into getting your head game perfect and then go and trash the week. Because if you only come good on a Thursday or Friday, and that's when you've got the diet right and you're exercising at decent intensity, the week's over. So get the head game sorted at the start of the week through exercise and through motivational content. Work on yourself and grow your passion for this journey that you're on. So you're on a journey of strength. You're on a journey of fitness. We're all on it as long as we live. You know what I mean? There'll come a time when we won't be able to lift weights. We won't be able to get out of a goddamn chair. Like, that's coming. It's inevitable. It's the only truth that I can absolutely guarantee you guys. So while we have the opportunity, let's grow. Let's become passionate. Let's learn more about our body. As long as we're lucky enough to be alive, we're going to be working out. So it's no load to carry to know a little bit about how this fucker works. Do you know what I mean? Because it's amazing, and the more you learn about it, the more you respect it, and the more you respect it and love it, the better care you take of it. And the better care you take of it, it goes right back around to your actual goal of why you're on this journey in the first place. I want my clothes to fit better. I want to feel better. I want more energy. I want to be stronger. All that shit happens with all the other stuff. That's just my little pump up this week. So I hope you are excited about having a good week. I will unmute everyone there and just say, have a great week, guys. We're opening back up slowly, so it's exciting. Get out in the sun, work out. If you're struggling with anything, reach out, but know that working on yourself is the greatest return on investment anyone can get. And I just know that from myself, working on myself. I haven't achieved astronomical things, but in my head, from where I was, I've achieved. How's that sit with everyone? Any feedback?
Yeah, I just did my workout this morning there, doing PT, and it's great. You feel great, and you're settled for the week. You really are.
Yeah.
You put your head in a good place. You know, that kind of way. Like before, I was going in and I was going, oh, geez, like, you know, Monday, another week of doing nothing, like, because I'm not working.
Yeah.
And, but like I feel a lot better since I went in and got stuck in and got it done, like, you know what I mean? I feel like I can take on anything now. Do you know, that kind of way? You just do, you definitely do feel, and you are better off doing it on a Monday.
Yeah.
You are better off starting the week off. The earlier you do it, the better, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wet here. You know, but yeah, I agree totally with you. Like, what you say is making sense, and like what Emer was saying earlier, the only one that can make you do it is yourself. You know, you can't blame anybody. You have to just get your arse into gear and get it done, and that's it. Like, you know, because I think I said it to you one stage, like that was one time. I just wanted to do PT, but I just didn't. I wasn't in the mindset to do it. And then I just went, you know what, I deserve this and I'm going to do it. So, yeah, it does work. We all deserve to look after ourselves. Like, there's only the one body. We have to keep it, like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fine balance between being hard on yourself and then being kind on yourself.
Yeah.
But it depends where you are.
Yeah.
Like, as you work on yourself more, you can be harder on yourself because you're tougher, you're more resilient, you're able for it. You're not airy-fairy bullshit that you're going to go back into yourself and feel sorry for yourself. But that's why I babysit people a lot in the beginning, because they need that. Because if you push them too hard, they'll retract and go into their shell. But ultimately, you're trying to get them to the stage where they're resilient and tough because they've worked on themselves. You know, and you can lean on them a bit, because the only time that we grow or we change is when we get uncomfortable. And that's by doing stuff that's difficult and hard and we don't want to do. And that's where happiness comes from growth. Because in nature, there's no stagnation. It's either growth or death. There's nothing in between. So to be happy, I think we always need to move forward slowly in some aspect of our life. And that's my theory on it. Right, we're coming up on 10 minutes. I'm not going to have these long, so I'm going to leave it at that. Have a really great week. Well done, everyone, for showing up. Thank you very much. And take on board the little tips. And have a great week. And hopefully I'll see some of you around the gym or see us online. And sun's out, guns out. Let's go.
Cheers. See you later, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Take care. Good work.
Bye.